Your dad was a DA.
My dad was a DA from the time I was 5. That's how I played in public for the first time. I played at his opening of his campaign headquarters.
All right.
And up until about 3 or 4 years ago, my dad was DA down there.
We're talking about relationships there. You had a very strong one with your father.
Real strong. We're still real close.
Yeah. And I mean, how profound was the effect of losing your mother at that age? I mean, it was...
You know, as I get older, I'm 40 now, and I look at my life and the decisions that I made as a result of her death, and it's becoming clearer now. Losing her at 13, it had a huge impact on everything that I did. I think my relationship with women has changed a lot. It should, because I'm married, I have 3 daughters, my manager's a woman, and I'm very attracted to strong, intelligent women, and I think that had to do with maybe losing my mother, because she was very much like that.
She was a judge.
She was a judge. I really kind of had to walk the straight and narrow growing up, man. It was, I didn't get a lot of breaks, you know.
Your father a DA, your mother a judge,
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
But your dad's now, he's rejoicing in your celebrity, isn't he? He's doing 1 or 2 gigs himself, isn't he?
That's right. Well, it's really funny, because my dad, he loves to sing, you know, and he would go around the house my whole childhood singing songs and really having a good time. And one day, he was about 65 at the time. He's 81 now. I said, Dad, you should go out and sing. I said, you know how to handle yourself on stage. You've been in politics for so many years. You're great in front of an audience, and you got a great voice. Why don't you go ahead and do it? He said, oh, I'll think about it. So I wrote him an arrangement with my big band for Christmas one year, and man, that just created a monster. He started doing gigs, and he'd play these gigs like I'd be ready to go on the road, and somebody would say, hey man, I hear you coming to play in Florida. I said, no, we're not for a while. And it was, you know, Harry Connick Sr. And it would be...
There's one lovely story I want you to tell about when you did one of your first movies with Sandra Bullock, which was Hope Floats.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was great.
But you were determined to get that part, so... And didn't she sort of...
Oh, yeah,
so you got it in a very strange way, yeah.
She did. Well, I wanted to do... The first movie I ever did was over here, actually. It was called The Memphis Belle.
Nice film, I like that.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I was 20 years old, my first movie, and I really loved it. Well, a couple of movies down the road, I auditioned for... You probably don't have to go through this audition process for movies. They know what you do, and...
Did for him.
Well, like for me, like I'm not, you know, they have to really see what I can do, which is kind of a pain, but I like to do it so much. I like doing movies so much that I don't have a problem with it. So in this particular show, I auditioned, and Sandra Bullock says, look, it's down between you and this other guy, and I'm hounding her about it. I said, what's this? Who is this guy? You know, what's he look like? And can he sing? I bet he can't sing. I bet he can't play piano. I mean, it had nothing to do with the role. I just was... And so we were flying back to L.A. on the Fox jet, and we were facing each other. I was facing backwards. She was facing forwards. And she starts to kind of unbutton her jacket, you know. I figure, oh, it's a little warm on the plane. Just take her jacket off. Then she starts to kind of slowly untuck her shirt and kind of raise her shirt up. Now, her dad's sitting right there. I'm saying, well, either she's the biggest freak show I've ever met in my life, or I have some kind of altitude impairment. I can't figure out what she's doing. She's raising her shirt up, and written on her stomach was, you got the part. And I said, oh, that's great. That was
nice. You're doing the next movie you're doing with Renée Zellweger, aren't you?
Yeah, we do that next year.
Yes, you'll have a great time.
I haven't met her yet.
You'll have a wonderful time.
Is she great?
Yeah, she's the best.
I heard that she's just terrific.
She's a terrible flirt.
Is she really?
I didn't get any of that.
Oh, I did.
She did that knee thing with
you. She likes the older man.
Yeah.
So you both had it. I'll come visit you on set.
Yeah, man.
No, yeah. But I mean, what do you... I mean, I meant to ask Colin this actually. When you have to play sort of, sort of love scenes and things like that with an actress, I mean...
I just look at the roles individually. You know, I love my wife, I love my kids. I don't have to do movies. So if there's some big sex scene in there, you know, let's say if Steven Spielberg called up and wanted me to do something and it involved that, I'm sure contextually it would probably work. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do, but kissing scenes and stuff, that's fun to do, and I don't have a problem with it. Plus, I mean, look at the women I've been able to work with, man. I just did a movie with Hilary Swank, you know, and now I'm doing one with Renée Zellweger. I mean, I wish it was like that in high school. I couldn't get arrested in high school.
You had a tough time in high school.
Yeah. It was awful. I mean, you know, imagine these same big features I have on my face now, big nose and eyes and mouth, but like on a much smaller head. Like, That didn't fly so well at the beach, you know.
I thought piano players got all the women.
No, man, you can't bring a piano to the beach. You know,
You also, one other thing we must mention is that you've actually recently conquered Broadway. You had another.
Well, I don't know about conquered it, but I had a great time.
You got nominated for a
Tony.
Tony?
Yeah, that was so much fun.
A Pajama Game. And I saw the Pajama Game in England when it came in the 50s.
Oh, did you? That's right.
Pajama Game.
Yeah, please don't ever sing in front of me again. But and I actually know the show.
I wasn't auditioning or anything like that. But it's interesting. I mean, you got marvellous reviews, and you obviously had a good time with it, too.
I had so much fun. Two weeks before we started rehearsing, have you done a lot of stage work? I imagine you have, right?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, I've done a bit, yeah.
I was so afraid of it, only because being a jazz musician, it's all improvisation, you know. Obviously, there's structure there, but I change my show every night. I don't play the same songs. And here I was about to play what I thought was going to be kind of a square character in this musical comedy, and I called my agent. I said, man, you got to get me out of this. I can't do this 8 times a week. And as I got into the role and I started to sort of develop what I thought this guy was about, I became fascinated with it, and I just loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. So much fun.
And now you're going on tour shortly, and with a big band. I mean, you must be one of the few people left in the world who tours with a big band.
Well, you mentioned earlier that these are, the 2 big bands left in captivity. Mine, sometimes I wish could be more captive. I think my band's a little bit wild. You guys are very well behaved and a lot better looking. That baritone player, man, she's quite a number over there. Yeah. I'm telling you. Don't think I didn't notice. No, but we love playing. You know, I mean, at this day and age, you know, I think about going on the road, and the music business is in a weird time right now, and I'm singing, I mean, you know, I'm singing Jambalaya, for crying out loud. It's not like I'm singing Justin Timberlake songs. You know, I don't know what's gonna, I don't know, and I really don't care what is popular, what's gonna sell. I've just been so blessed with the audience that's been there, and the people buying tickets are the reason that we can take the big band out, and I'd love to do it.
Defender of the Faith. It's November the 3rd, is it?
Yeah, November 3rd.
Albert Hall. We'll be there.
Thanks, man.
Hear the great music.
Thanks.
Harry Connick Jr.
Thank you.